Have you ever seen someone go to the protests against Israel and ask them if they think we're close to the escalation of a World War III? Well, now you have the opportunity to see that live and direct from Nick. Let's take a listen.
How close do you guys think we are to World War III?
World War III has been started. We've been facilitating World War III for over a decade. Right now, with the new phase of Israel going to war with Iran, that could just escalate to levels we can't even comprehend.
What should the United States do, in your opinion? Should they be completely hands-off this war?
Well, at this point, we've been so hands-on. We would need to do something to put out the fires that we've already started. We funded Israel. We need to break up all these partnerships, break up entire economies that are based on death and destruction. We need to, what kind of society do you have when you celebrate killers? That's if you want to get a house in America, you have to sign up and kill people for the government. We've warped people's sense of reality. And some people
Are you guys listening to this man?
Have become numb to this kind of stuff. It's good to see more and more people waking up.
But right now, what do you mean if you want to buy a house here in America?
You have to. Most Americans who can't get houses unless they sign up to kill for the military. My family is mostly military. Both my parents were knowingly poisoned by the military bases that they worked at. They thought they were helping take care of us, but it was just like we're poisoning an already sick society. So it's just like we need to actually have values and principles. We need to build a society that's worth fighting for, and that includes a society that's not always fighting.
Do you trust Netanyahu in the Mossad, for instance, with the information they're giving us right now?
I don't trust anybody in their government, my government. Don't trust the Iranian government, but I trust my government less. I trust no one who can blindly accept genocide, calmly talk about killing kids, have cute language to cover up all of their illegalities and evil.
So between Iran, Israel, and the United States, who do you trust the most?
That's an ancient civilization. I was watching, they had Israel commercials where they're talking about we're standing up for civilization. Iran, their calendar is not the Gregorian. It goes back way further than anything Europe can imagine. They helped Europe get out of their dark ages. And it's just funny, the people who helped the Europeans end up becoming the victims. So right now we're looking at China. How do we colonize? We got the weapons from China. We got the religion. We got all of these secrets from these ancient lands that we call backwards, and we go in and kill them and call them savage.
Yeah.
And then what do we have here? Look at our leaders. Are they creators? Are there anything our democracy that we're deporting is the most evil form of oligarchy, cold, harsh, dehumanizing, and that we have depression rates to show it. So it's just like you watch an American television program, it's going to be nothing wall-to-wall depression medicine advertisements because we're sad, we're destroyed, and demoralized. This is how you get. This is democracy showing up to see your will reflected.
Yeah. And I don't think any country is perfect, right? And it's interesting if you look at the history of Iran, just like in the 70s, they were a very popular tourist location for people. People go across the world to go to Iran to see their buildings, to speak to the people and enjoy the culture there as they're over there. And then here in the United States, you're also seeing a lot of shift as well. For instance, right now we have Trump in office. We have Robert F. Kennedy going after the food systems here in the United States, trying to get rid of stuff like Red 40, stuff that we all know that's poisoning human people, us, right? And who do you think out of, for instance, Anatolia, and in Iran, the leader, don't know if I said that 100% right, Netanyahu, and Trump. Out of those three, who would you rather have leading your country?
I'd rather have a people's revolution. The Ayatollah, I'm sure he's much better option than we have. It's just
You guys are listening to this, right?
I'm against any government that can't explain.
The Ayatollah is the name of the
Ayatollah is the name of the position.
The name of the position.
Yeah. The Ayatollah of Iran. They're trying to replace him with the Shah, the old Shah's
Because right now
son.
a lot of people are in opposition to to that regime.
And well, this is what we're trying to impose, because you look at the leadership. Trump, descendant of wealth, right? Netanyahu, it's just like you come from wealth and privilege and connection, political connection. They want to replace the Ayatollah with the Shah of Iran's son, the one who we originally overthrew and replaced. They want to replace it with his son. So it's like trying to replace Hillary Clinton with Chelsea Clinton. It's the same thing, different flavor, but then they call that democracy. No one voted for it. So it's like all the stuff we claim to care about. The Iranian people, that's why we want to do a regime change, just like we heard the same shit during Iraq. We care so much about the Iraqi people that we want to do a regime change. Millions of people dead, and then we commit more hate crimes on people who look like them than ever, because that this is how the propaganda works. We care about them so much, we're going to commit hate crimes on them, and we're going to commit millions of murders.
Anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day out here. You guys cannot tell.
Ask you guys,
What's up?
Is this going to be posted? I don't mind if it's posted. I'm just checking.
We're live.
Look it up
Nick Shirley.
Who?
Live on Nick Shirley. You should go ahead and subscribe if you're not subscried. Nick Shirley.
Nick Shirley?
Yeah, right there. Nick Shirley. What's up, everybody? What's up? What's good, chat? All right, you guys, let's keep moving on along here. You guys, if you guys cannot tell, conflicts in the Middle East are super complicated. I'm by no means an expert. There's actually one of the reasons why we are here today is to learn and speak with people. And everyone knows Middle East conflicts are extremely complicated, so we're going to keep continuing talking to people out here as well. What's your sign say? What's the sign say? RN against arming Israel. What's the back of it say? Millions for Israel while Americans suffer. Doge cuts. Work till you die. What makes you want to come out here today?
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah, I don't want to talk.
Okay, no worries. How are you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. I was wondering what organization you guys are with. Are you guys...
My name's Nick Shirley.
Nick, are you a podcaster?
Yep.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, we're live right now.
Are you with UW? Do you go to UW?
I do not go to UW.
Oh, okay. How did you, what brought you out today?
We're just here in Seattle today, and we saw the flyer, so we came out and wanted to talk to the people.
Oh, fantastic.
Saw it on Reddit.
That's where I saw it too. So are you familiar, are you draft age?
I am draft age.
Are you prepared to go to war for the United States if we have to support?
Physically, I could.
Physically, you could. Would you?
I would not want to go to war. No.
You would not want to go to war. Would it be this war or just any war?
That's a good question. I wouldn't want to really go to war unless it was necessary, like 100% necessary.
Yeah. Do you think that do you think that what we're out here for today, would you find it to be necessary for us to go to war with Iran right now?
So I've talked to a lot of veterans actually who have, in a video I made earlier here on the channel, I talked to a lot of veterans, and they said like this war wouldn't really be a war with troops. It'd be more missiles, bombs, aircrafts, drones, and whatnot. And they say the veterans have said that it would be more of a precision attack where it wouldn't be like a long-lasting war.
Right.
And I wouldn't want to go put my boots on the ground in Iran. I wouldn't want to die in soil that's not where I'm from.
Do you actually think that we could win a war like this, given the fact that, so part of what the war of attrition would be, we would need bombs, drones, and electronic equipment. But right now, we are not successfully getting all of the rare earth minerals that we would need to scale up an attack. Not to mention we're already depleted through the war with Ukraine. So when you're talking to the veterans like that, have any of them thought about that when they're thinking about how would we actually, not even just fund, but how would we actually fuel the war?
I think we'd be able to fund the war if we had to do it, right? The United States.
Well, now as a young man, if your taxes went up, if you found that, because I was 20 years old when we went to war when we went to the forever war with Iraq and Afghanistan.
Yeah.
And so I know that the promises made to us are no longer existent. The education is overpriced. Our children do not go to better schools. We can't afford homes. A vehicle nowadays, which is a symbol of American ownership, is now over $1,000 a month. Most of us need $4,000 to $6,000 a month if we wanted to be a single adult in our communities. Do you see that a war would make that better for your future?
No, it wouldn't make the future better for anybody, right?
Right. Well, and that's because
Like nobody wants war. I've never met somebody who's like, I want war.
Well, and
the
that's
problem is, like, because for instance, I went to Ukraine last August. I was actually in Israel a few months ago for a YouTube video, and I actually planned to like go to Gaza. I thought you could like go to the Gaza Strip, but I went to Israel, and the people were like, "No, if you go, you'll die." So I did not get into Gaza. But and when you speak to the people in these war-torn countries, none of them want war. It's the leaders, like for instance, Putin initiated the war in Ukraine. Netanyahu initiated this war with Iran. So like none of the civilians want to go to war.
right.
Right? So like me and you, we don't want to go to war.
Right. So do you think that it's kind of interesting? Because, I mean, I come from a family of law enforcement and veterans as well. And sometimes I think that it's, especially with the new, like my mother was a Vietnam veteran, but she was also, she also worked as an administrator. So she didn't really go see war. The people who come back from actual war, like my brother-in-law, cannot go out in public without guns. They're not, and those are the healthy ones, right? So we've got systemic homelessness, drug addiction, emotional disturbances, PTSD,
I can tell you what this sounds like. Just give me 30 seconds.
suicide. And that's coming back from the forever war. So what makes anyone who says, I think that this war, they said every war was going to be fast. I just want you to know that the people who fund, who make profit off of these wars, they all say it's going to be fast.
Yeah.
And you get yourself in there and you're talking about you're going to bomb. Imagine, we could have a difference of opinion, right? If something falls out of that sky and it's not ours, you and I are immediately on the same team.
Ah, yeah? You know what you just described, miss? Life in Israel. Talking about your brother-in-law, whatever it is, the things that they go through, PTSD, depression. You know that 18-year-olds in Israel have to go put a fucking uniform on and a gun in their hand and serve and risk their lives, not by choice, but by force. Americans aren't required to do that. Canadians aren't required to do that. I'm in South Africa. South Africans aren't required to do that. And do you know how small Israel is? Do you understand that there's 1, maybe 2, maybe 3 degrees of separation, likely 2. Let's call it 3. If everyone in the country, so that when someone dies, everyone feels the pain. Do you have any idea what the life is really like? Because you don't. You don't. But what you said at the end is that if there was something in the sky falling towards you and him, you'd both be on the same team. That's so fucking true. Because if the devil came knocking on your door, and the devil right now in the world is Iran and all of its proxies, and it is so obvious that that's the case. Because if it came knocking on your door, you wouldn't be holding that sign, you wouldn't be at that protest, you wouldn't be asking for a ceasefire. So let's call a spade a spade. And let's call the spade when we have our facts straight. Nick, an American kid, went to Israel and he was in Ukraine. You haven't been there. None of you have been there. You act like you understand the landscape of this part of the world when you've never fucking been there. It should be illegal to do this. You should not be able to have this deep of a perspective so far much that it actually gets you to leave your house, fucking park your car somewhere and go outside and protest. Like you know what you're protesting for. It's insane. It's mental. We're 19, 20, going on 21 months, almost 2 years of this shit. Hey, so has it worked? No, I'm asking for a friend. Has it worked? Is Palestine free? Is the war over? Is there peace? Are things better? Okay, so no, 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 and no. And you're still doing the same thing. The definition of insanity is doing you know the rest. People, is insane. It's like, and there's another video of the same woman who talks about how she like used to be, I forget what she was, she used to work in a different sector, and then she started to like step away and understand that she was being played by the government and all this shit. You're being played right now. The fuck are you at the corner of the street holding signs to get 19 honks an hour, and then go home and wake up and you're still in the same position? What are you doing? And on top of all of this, you're advocating for the wrong thing. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, man. People are insane. Literally insane. I got nothing else to say. Have a great day. If you want to continue the conversation, you can support my work for free. Discord does not cost a thing. It is the best way to connect with me and others who are seeking the truth. The link is in the description. But if you want to take it one step further, my Patreon gives you access to the Israel you don't see, uncovering the untold stories of what mainstream media does not show you. The link is in the description, and it helps do this work. Or if you're just looking to help this thing go, PayPal and buy me a coffee is a really easy way to support me. This channel, this work does not happen without all of you. Thank you. I love you. I'll see you next time.